Fashion speaks louder than words. Hey, what it is? This is your girl Aqua. Yes, you are on the mode, baby. You're tuning into the mode where we are keeping it hot and keeping it real. Isn't it crazy? Isn't it amazing to be alive, to be here and now? You know, so many times we living, you know, and you're literally just going from one day to the other. And we in South Africa, and we've been in a lockdown. You can just be literally going through the motions, you know. Everyone is saying every day is every day. It just looks the same, whether it's a public holiday, whether it's a work day, whether it's, you know, people are just living and drifting through life, floating from one day to the other. I want to tell you, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't float from one day to the other. For me, I've chosen that, listen, through this time, I'm going to actually live. I'm going to remember that Monday is Monday. I'm going to remember that Tuesday is Tuesday. I mean, you know, you might not think that's a lot, but it really, really, really is. And that's what we're talking about. And, you know, going through the motions. And, you know, you've got good days and you've got bad days. And you've got, you know, days that are better than others. I know you might think that it's no, there are days. You know, it's good, but it's not as good as that one. And it's bad, but not as bad as that one. And that's literally what it is. So you are hanging with your girl, Aqua, on the mode. And we are going to be keeping it hard, baby, and keeping it real. Remember, Active FM Radio has never been better. We released our new site last week, which is www.activefm.co.za. Go check it out. Go like it. Go click on that beautiful girl, which is me. I'm not going to call myself anything else but that, because, listen, God says He fearfully and wonderfully created me, and God does not make trash, baby, and that's what it is. So you click on the mode and you listen to the show, and there's so many of them, and you can go all the way back to whenever we started this thing. I mean, yes, Active FM is amazing. We've got the hottest music, we've got the hottest shows with the hottest topics, and today we're gonna talk about doing single. How does that look? How are we even, you know, what thought processes go into that thing? Do you even want to do single? You're like, no thank you, I just want to pause, and I want to go to the next level. I want to be married. I want to be with somebody. I mean, especially during these lockdown moments where we're not able to go out, or you're in fear at the moment. You're like, will I ever meet anyone? I mean, seriously, is online dating an option? Because that's something that we've got to be looking at, since I'm not going to be going out to restaurants. Because, isn't it, every single time you dream of meeting the one, it's not while you're locked up in your house and while they locked up in their house. And, you know, remember they said there's no visits and things like that. So it has to be like a supernatural thing, which it can, and God is, but there's nothing that is impossible for God. But, you know, it literally just, it boils down, your chances are getting slimmer and slimmer, which is what's happening. You just like, you know what, maybe the single thing is gonna be for a while, you know. So that's what we're gonna be talking about. We're gonna be getting input from different people and things like that. So I mean, it's gonna be real. We're gonna be talking straight. No, we're not in competition to the love show, you know what I'm saying? They're talking about love, we're talking about before you get to the love show. Damn, you know, you wanna listen to anything, you listen to the love show with your girl Jamie, you know, and yeah, I mean, they doing the most on that show, which is absolutely amazing. So you literally go on there and you love and you like and things like that. But if you're on this side of the world, you know, where you're not really on that side of love, and you still here going, well, this is me, this is where I am, and this is what it's about, you know. So it's gonna be crazy, it's amazing. So you tune into the show. We're gonna be keeping you locked on your chair. You're gonna be listening, whether you're in your car, whether you on your couch, you're in your bed, wherever you are, the show is for you. And we really, I mean, men and women, everybody. Why? Because we just want to do this with you. I mean, we're living in a different world, the world that we never all dreamed. If I asked you, hey, listen, write out your 2020 for me, would you have said, oh yeah, I mean, 2020 is gonna start and it's gonna be pretty hectic, and around about March everybody is gonna be scared of this disease and we're all gonna be on lockdown and the economy is gonna shut down, and yeah, that's how my 2020 looks? No, that's not what you were gonna say. So I mean, it's gonna be pretty crazy. absolutely crazy what you're gonna have, you know what I'm saying, what you would have said and what you would have planned, and people are on this, oh, now what? You know, do we start over? Do we just cancel 2020? I mean, there's so many memes about, well, you know, you're on your resume, your new employer would be asking you, so, I mean, hey, that looks pretty empty for 2020. What were you doing in 2020? And then the interviewee will then begin to say, well, in 2020, I was washing hands, I was eating and sleeping, now washing hands some more, and, you know, sanitizer, yes, and yeah, I'm in quarantine. It's definitely what I was doing. And I mean, it's crazy, right? Don't you think that, you know, how everything could just come to a standstill and you never even thought about it? You know, is it a real thing? Is there somebody out there? I really do. I believe that there are people that are in charge of this world, okay? God is the ultimate creator, obviously. Do you know what I'm saying? He decides what goes and what not, but there's some other people, the big people, and this is my opinion, this is not proven in the Bible or anything. Do you know what I'm saying? That decide of these things. I mean, is it pandemic or is it a pandemic that we're living in? Because I mean, now you watch videos and you start hearing past presidents talk about, hey, there's going to be a pandemic, you know, that is respiratory and all that stuff, and you're like, if you guys knew about this, I mean, is there a plan, you know, where you guys are sitting and just thinking, all right, in 2020 we'll do this, in 2025 we'll do this, and I mean, that's just my opinion. Anyways, let's listen to this track and then we're gonna be right back, because it's crazy. Alright, I mean, I love Active FM. I love Active FM music. Why? Because I'm on Active FM. I mean, I listen to my show. I mean, because I'm on the show. I'm not going to be biased, but I have to know what I'm giving you. You know, it's so different when you're on the other side and you always get, yes, like everybody, the nervous jitters, you know, as everybody's listening and you get feedback on people saying, oh, awesome. It was like, oh, did you really like it? But I really do. I hope that you really, really like it. Why? Because I like it and I'm giving you me and me completely and honestly, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? It's our show. If that's one way to explain it, it's our show, it's my thoughts, you know what I'm saying, mixed with yours, and I'm hoping that while I'm telling my thoughts, like, yep, I think that, yeah, that's exactly, yep, that's it, that's what I was thinking, you know, that type of thing. So yeah, let's listen to this track and then we're gonna be right back, because it's gonna be crazy out here today. It's gonna be real. You gotta wish, alright, that, no, I'm kidding, it's gonna be real, but you know, life is still going on. Remember that God still crowns this year with His goodness, and His power are still dripping with abundance. So it's gonna be real. Remember, it's www.activefm.co.za.
Hey, this is Tamia from Reactive, and you are listening to Active FM. Radio has never been better.
Yeah, yep, that's what it is. So, I mean, we're here. We've been thrown what we've been thrown at us, and you've got to take it. You know, you've heard so many things like, you know, God will take your mess and turn it into a message. You've heard, let's take life. If it gives you lemons, what do? Make lemonade and things like that. And listen, you did do that. I mean, for the first 2 weeks of quarantine, and you did do that for the first year of your life, but you just feel like, oh my word, I mean, it's a lot. It's plenty at the moment, and you're out here and you're like, okay, so what is it? I need something. I'm out here and I'm running. I'm at the end of this life. I'm at the end of this thing. I just want to say, listen, God has a plan for you. He has a purpose, and He's very proud of you. You know what I'm saying? He's your Father, the ultimate Father. He's not your earthly Father. He's your heavenly Father. You know, He's our darling daddy, and that's exactly what it is. So, I mean, as Active FM, we're a Christian radio station. Yes, we love giving you everything. I mean, I always say Active FM is a different perspective to what the whole world is offering you out there. You know, there's so many different philosophies that people are living according to, and you know, it can be a lot, you know, as a person in this world, to say, what do I choose to take, and, you know, what do I live by, and is this the right way? You know, because, I mean, isn't that what we're doing? We're going from every day, from purpose and everything else. Now you're just out there floating, and now you start questioning, and you start looking at what really is real, and who are really are the good friends, and is this relationship the one I should really be in, or should I really, you know what I'm saying, even be wanting to get married? What's the point? Because we all gotta die anyways. I mean, there's so many people that have that view in life, and I'm like, no baby, I'm not gonna be one of those people. I'm still dreaming. I'm still trusting God and knowing that, listen, He still crowned this year with His goodness when He said, remember the Bible says, Lord, that God keeps, the God that keeps to His promises. So He's not gonna fail. God hasn't put stop or an end or whatever to 2020 and said, let's try again in 2021. He hasn't done that. And that's something that, you know, we might forget sometimes, because we're going through a lot at the moment. Or, you know, like I said to you, I'm not in a place where I'm so depressed. No, I'm living, and every day is not every day. I know what Monday is, I know what Tuesday is, I know what Wednesday is, and things like that. And, you know, can I just tell you that, you know, when you're going through that, and I think I said it last week, and you're going through hard times, and you're going through whatever, why don't you pick up the phone and call someone and say, hey, how are you? You know, how you doing? Because, you know, as much as we want to know how we're doing, as much as in our heads we're thinking about everything that is us and it's selfish. And this time could give you that, where everything is just about yourself. Everything is just about, what do I want to eat? When are we going to go out? And what about me? This, and what about that? And how about my career? No. Just pause and be like, so, what's everybody else going through? You know, other people in my life that I could just pick up the phone and be like, hey. I mean, I know I've been quiet for about 3 to 4 weeks, but I just wanted to find out, are you good? How are you doing? You know, so many times, how are you is just a thing that we do. I don't know if that makes sense. How are you is just a, hello, how are you? It's like a thing. It's not even, we don't really even mean it. And then after you say, the person says, I'm fine, thanks. I mean, they could have been going through the worst days of their lives. But the one thing they're going to say is, I'm fine, thanks. And yourself, okay, good. And then you go to the thing while you picked up the phone. But you know what I've just learned to do is to say, no. Hi, how are you? No, really, how are you? You know, because that's something that we take for granted, that people are fun, and they say they're fun when they're not fun. And so why don't we get in there and find out, you know, how people are really, really doing in this time, because it can be a lot, it can be crazy, and you can be that light, you can be that person that stops a person. Did you know that according to stats, that the suicide rates are peaking because people are just so helpless, so hopeless, that they just like, what is the point to this life? And you know, if you can be that person in your life that says, hey, I'm gonna make sure that this person lives another day. People are going through things, and yeah, I'm also going through things, but there's people that are going through worse situations than me. So let me pick up the phone and say, hey, how are you doing? Because that's really what it's about. I mean, we can talk a bit, sad news. We found out last week, this is the mode. Cosmopolitan, a South African newspaper and whatever, closed down. time. They closed shop. Why? Because they were not going to be able to carry on, because all the events that they would be getting funds from had been cancelled. I mean, everything is cancelled indefinitely. I don't know if you know that, but literally everything is cancelled. There's no events, there's no place where there's going to be groups. The movie releases have been cancelled. I mean, fashion shows. I'm like out there like, oh, what is a year without fashion? You like, Aqua, really? Is that what you really, really, really want to say? I mean, there's so many other things. People are losing jobs and things like that, and you're like, what about fashion shows? So, well, listen, people are getting paid through those fashion shows, right? So don't come here and there's no street style no more, because there's nobody in the streets. There's no high couture, because people are like, where am I going to wear this outfit? Everything I told you last week, what's booming right now is loungewear, because everyone is in loungewear. So, I mean, there are news like this that we're finding out. I mean, there's big luxury brands closing down. There's big luxury brands that were not. I mean, we spoke about things like your Chanel and all those that really didn't sell anything online and things like that. And now they were like, everybody's having to reinvent and reposition themselves in this new life. I mean, people are saying, hey, we're gonna be this is how the world was gonna be like. Let's say in 5 years time, everybody working from home, everybody doing virtual this and digital that and online this and, but I'm just like, I love me my people, babes. I don't know about you. Yes, we can do digital this and online that, but can I go to a restaurant and sit with people? Can I go to church and be in a big crowd and just worship a God? You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't stop me from worshiping Him alone. I mean, I'm not saying that, but the gathering of the saints is what the Bible talks about, which is something that, I mean, we love and we long for, because we are created for God and for people. It's loving God and loving people, and that's what it's about. So, I mean, there's all these news in the fashion space that we could be talking about. There's all this, doom and gloom about, what's happening there and what's happening this, and there's good news where people are taking this period and saying, hey, we're gonna take this lemon of a time in life and we're gonna turn it to lemonade. So, I mean, there are businesses booming. I've been part of webinars, I've been part of seminars, you know what I'm saying, and all that type of stuff. We're just looking and seeing how people are reinventing themselves, or how people are taking opportunities and turning this into that, and still, bringing in revenue and things like that, studying and increasing your skills and things like that. I mean, those are things that you've actually got time for at the moment. I mean, if you ever, you know what I'm saying, was a person that said, I don't have time for this. I mean, you've been saved so much time. Working from home, let's look at that. Normally, you'd have to wake up, you'd have to get into your car, or get into a taxi or a bus or whatever it is that you use, and it's an hour, or 2 hours to get there. Then after work, what do? You're stuck in traffic and things like that. Well, can I just tell you that you've got about 2 to 4 hours that's been saved because you're not in traffic anymore? You're able to just get straight to work. So now, what are you doing with that extra 2 hours or that extra 4 hours that you've been given? That's something to think about. And some of us are working longer in this time because you're like, hey, because you're not limited to time, you're not stuck in traffic, you're not in this, you're not in that, you're not stuck in a big crowd. Well, you haven't been invited out for dinners, so all that dinner time is actually at your house. I don't know if anyone, I already want to try a virtual dinner. I mean, now that we're talking about it, I think we really, really should do a virtual dinner. So what we do is we're going to send out a menu, it can be a menu of your own. And everybody gets onto Zoom, or they get onto Google Hangouts, or they get onto Instagram Live. We can even start it all the way from cooking. I don't know if you know, but if you've been listening to them, you'll know. Listen, I love food. Me and food are like, hey, we tight. We really tight. I mean, my dream is to marry a man who makes me feel the same feeling I feel when food is coming at me at a restaurant. I don't know if you've ever felt that feeling. So you sit down at the restaurant. There's a point to this. You sit down at the restaurant and you order, and it's obvious you don't order something you don't like. I mean, I'm such an adventurous eater but I'm still excited. Even though I've never ordered it before, I'm still excited because I don't know, for some reason, intuitively, I tend to know what things are gonna taste like, if that makes sense. I know. You know what I'm saying? If I look at the ingredients and things like that, I can put it together. That's gonna be pretty good. And every time I've done that, let me tell you, I've never been disappointed. And you order and you ask the waiter, if you meet, I'm sorry, you say how long it's gonna take, because you really just love your food. Sometimes if you've got a lot of time, then you don't ask the waiter and you just become polite and patient, isn't it? So, and they're like, 20 minutes, 40 minutes, whatever time they say. depending whether it's a fast food or whatever, and then you wait and you talk and everything happens. But then what happens is you see this waiter come from the kitchen and they are holding your plate of food. You can see it. I don't know if you can, but I always can. You know, you can see it. And by the way, before they come to your table, every time that your waiter comes out of the kitchen, you're like, oh man, it's not mine. Oh man, it's not mine. And then eventually yours comes out and you're like, oh. The angel starts singing. Your heart starts racing. Your big smile comes onto your face and you're like, I am about to eat. And then he puts it down. Yes, he's brought your plates and he's brought your sauces and you've eaten the bread. You know what I'm saying? And everything else that comes before the food. So yeah, this is like the ultimate moment. You've drank your drink, and I mean, they bring your drinks out first. And now this food comes in. And yes, obviously you have to take a picture before you get into that food, because once I get into that food, honey, there's no picture that's going to be coming out of there. It's not cute. Alright. So that's what happened, and that is the excitement I'm talking about. You marry a man that makes you feel the same feeling you get when food is coming at you at a restaurant. If you didn't understand that, well, I've just explained it to you, right? Exactly. So that's literally what it is. So I already think that we should do like a nice virtual dinner. If you're interested, you just hit us up and say, well, listen, Aqua, yep, I would definitely love to do a virtual dinner. I would feel like we're in a restaurant. You know, we can say table for 12, imagine, table for 6, table for 4. Why? Because we can just sit and we can have good conversation while we're eating, because that's the one thing I really love, you know, about sitting in a restaurant. I'm not a person that sits at the movies because I can't talk to people in the movies and people get irritated with me when I'm talking in the movies. And now you wonder, what the hell are we doing here then? Jeez. Can we? That's how I feel when I can't talk in the movies. I want to sit in the movie and I want to be able to talk in between. I'm like, oh, no, I want to scream if there's something to scream. I mean, I was watching a movie the other day and I was literally screaming all my lungs out, and I was like, oh, this movie is exciting. You know what? That's what I want to do. So, you know, about this thing. And by the way, I don't know if you know, but I'm in this thing of doing single. This is exactly what we do. You know, so we're sitting in restaurants, and now we can't sit in a restaurant, but we've got tables at our houses, or we've got a couch or a bed or wherever you want to eat your dinner, you know, and things like that. So I say let's do a virtual dinner. You know what I'm saying? And let's do this thing. Why? Because this is not an ad break. This is not a year where we can just shove it under the carpet or say, okay, let's do it again next year. No, we need to be living, and we need to be living our lives full. You know what I'm saying? And satisfying, and you know, expanding on everything. Why? Like I said earlier, you've got more time now. What are you doing with that extra 2 hours? What are you doing? I mean, I've gained my skill in cooking, honey. I've been cooking like I've never been before. Why? Because I'm not tired. When I come back from work, I'm not tired. You know what I'm saying? I've been cooking and things like that. So it's very crazy. So how do you do single in this time? I want to say you dream and you dream and you dream, because there is nothing that can stop you when you dream. Why? Because you dream of better days. And that's what it is. You know, people are hopeless because they don't dream. And that's literally what it is. If you're at a point right now in your life where it cannot get better, that's where depression sets in. Where you're sitting in your life right now where you think, well, this is all that life has got to give, and you're looking at this life and you're like, I don't like this. That's where suicides come in. But if you're sitting here and you're saying, listen, I'm trusting God, I'm going to live this life like I've never lived before. I'm going to still continue to dream. I'm going to still continue to impact people's lives. I'm going to still, whether it's online, whether it's whatever, I'm going to still, you know, do life and do life in abundance. Remember, and speak life, you know, and do life, and you don't speak death. You know, remember the Bible says that the power of life and death is in the tongue. So what is coming out of your tongue? Goodness, geez, honey. I mean, I'm quite aware of what's happening in and around the world. There's articles that come in every single morning. I'm listening to things like Your Situation Room, you know, and watching that, and I've got people of influence in my life, like leaders, and you know what I'm saying, and mentors and all that type of stuff that are there, you know what I'm saying, to speak live, parents and family and things. And so many times, I mean, I just want to stop there, you know, and say so many times we can take our family for granted. After listening to the show, just tell your family you love them. Yes, you've been seeing them all these days, you know, and things like that. And they can get tiring, but just look at them and that's really, and enjoy this time, you know, because your family is what you've got, and I mean, they have to love you, and you're probably the worst with them, you know, but this is a time where you get to appreciate it and just be like, hey, love you, man, you know? Yeah. yeah, we're gonna do this life thing forever together, and that's what it is. And there's other people that have become family that weren't our biological. I was gonna say identical family, our biological families and things like that. So I mean, but they've grown and they've become that inner circle. So let your inner circle be closer, extend, expand. You know what I'm saying? Get to know so many people, because that is the time where we actually get to find out what is real, you know, and that's what it is. So that's really what I just want to say and encourage you, because that's what I'm doing, and I think it's working for me, and I don't think I know it's working for me. Why? Because I'm still dreaming. Why? I'm still having hope. Why? Because I'm still out here excited about life. I'm out here, you know, still living life to the fullest, baby, because that's what it is, and that's what we've just got to do. And how do you live a full life when you're not living a selfish life, when you're not living a life where it's just about you, you know, and what am I going to eat? What am I going to do? When am I going to sleep? No, you can't be living a life of I. Why don't you get in some other people? Start with one person, and then do a second person, and then you do a third person, and you start seeing that, listen, you're not in an ad break in life. I mean, single's not the worst thing, you know, that they can be, that you can, even though you're home alone and things like that, there's things like Active FM that you can tune into, you know what I'm saying, every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, you know, every single day, every single hour, because we're here to keep it locked and to keep you literally here with us, because we love you, and we just like, hey, let's keep dreaming, let's keep having, you know, a hope in the future. For God says He knows the plans that He's got for us, plans to prosper us, not for harm or disaster, but for a future and a hope, and He'll turn everything for your good, because you love Him and for His purpose. And now I believe in that. There is no doubt in me that believes that, you know, God is just out there sitting in every going, no, I believe He knows the plans that He's got for me, and I want to live those plans. I don't want God to have these amazing plans for me and then I live the opposite, or I live so far from them that it's not nowhere near what He had planned and dreamt of. You know what I'm saying? So we want to do that. You want to get into a place where you're living those good thoughts of God, where you're living a life that is full and satisfying, because that is exactly what it's about. So why don't we go back, rewind, you know what I'm saying, because that's what it is. This is from Active Worship. We're keeping it hot and we're keeping it real. Yep.
Everything made with purpose. Time to get up and get moving. yourself to me. So now, rewind, go back, constructive action. My life was meant, everything made with a purpose. Time to get up and get moving.
Right here on Active FM, we bring to you the Active Worship Inception album.
The joy of the Lord is my strength. I rejoice at your word, unfading. I've been set free instantaneously. I find myself in the presence of the cross. Let my life be defined by your endless victory.
You can stream the album on Spotify and Apple iTunes. If you're interested in downloading the album, well, contact us for more info.
Yeah, I love that. Go back, rewind. Yeah, I'm not a singer, but I can talk all the time, baby. So I really, really hope that you really loved and enjoyed that, because I mean, that's what it's about. We're here on Active FM. Yep, we've still got our new site. I don't know if you thought it had gone down since the beginning of the show. No, it's still www.activefm.co.za. Tune into the mode. All right, baby, because this is where we're keeping it locked. Remember, radio has never been better. And I'm just here to encourage you to make sure that you get into the next week, into the next day, into the next month, just saying, hey, there's still time, there's still hope, there's still dreams, there's still life, because that's exactly what it's about. So that's what I want to encourage you with. So this is me, your girl Aqua, and I really do think I'll check you out on the flip side, because we're still going to be here as Active FM. We're never going to leave you alone. You are not alone. So as we're doing single, we're doing it together. We're doing single together. It's not a lonely time. It's not a time where we're like, oh, everything sucks. No, it's a time where we're like, hey, we're going to impact so many people that it's like that thing, where you didn't have now, where when we were back at work and everything was normal, you didn't have that 2 hours or that 4 hours that you spent in traffic. When you get married, it's going to be the same, honey. You're not going to have that time of being by yourself anymore. And so many people, I don't know, they say, you're going to miss it and wish that you had it again. But so use every time. There's no such a thing as an ad break in life. Every single season in your life is there for a reason. And this season here, being quarantined or being single or being in whatever state that there's a season and it comes and it goes. As much as we love summer, guess what? Our fall is coming, or autumn. If you're in South Africa, it's coming. As much as you love winter, which is not me, absolutely not. I'm one of those people that would really just genuinely love skipping winter and going straight to spring. So my seasons would look like summer, autumn, spring. Yes, well, I didn't make a mistake. I said summer twice. Summer took the place of winter, and that is emotionally, that is physically, that is everywhere, because nobody likes the winter. Winter is cold and it's lonely and it's hard, and you might be feeling like you're in a winter. Don't worry. Spring is coming where everything is new and new beginnings and the flowers start to blossom and all that. So that's what it is. If you're in a ditch and you're like, remember, spring is coming. And that's literally what it is. So I'll check you out on the flip side, baby. This is your Go Aqua from the mode where we're keeping it hot and we are keeping it real.